What's happening? Welcome to your Vape at 5. We've got another edition. The Vape Hot Tub here. We got a very, very squirrely special guest with us today.
Look, I brought my towel.
Good, because we're going to get wet, dude. Are
Yeah,
you, Scott, first off, you're comfortable being in a hot tub with 3 men with no pants on? So problem for you?
No, I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. It feels like, I feel close to you guys right now.
As long as you don't touch my balls.
That's Charlie. You kind of worry about Charlie's a ball toucher.
No, hell no. You got to sit next to Scott, not across from him.
Didn't it?
That's the secret.
Yeah, no foot action under the water.
Scott, it's so glad to have you. So nice to have you here, man. Thanks for joining us. How you doing, man? Just got back from NVE. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
How was that? You guys, now Charlie and Scott both went to NVE. I did not go. I feel like I'm left out here. I feel like I should just be quiet this episode. I may just mute my mic.
Dude, you missed it. You missed out, man. You should have gone.
I know.
NVE was pretty incredible.
I heard it was fantastic. And a lot of people there that I really, really wanted to put a face, you know, with a name and shake hands with and stuff. And looked like
every influencer was there.
Yeah.
Except for you.
You know, no, rest assured. I'll be bringing my influence to Toledo, Scott.
Oh, yeah. Midwest Vape Expo. It's in like a week or two, huh?
It's next Saturday.
Yeah.
It's my daughter's birthday that day. So,
Well, you'll probably have Matt Elliott on the advocacy panel there, too.
Yep.
I like
because I know Strong Island's going to that event.
I like to meet Matt.
That's a company he's with.
So I made that mistake a few years ago when our son was like 6 or 7. We had a big Saints game in New Orleans. And my boss was like, hey, I'll bring you to the owner's box if you want to chill with us and go watch the game and stuff. And Jennifer was like, hell yeah, I want to go to the game. They got like their own bar in the box. It's fully catered and everything. It's nice. So we left him on his birthday and went to that football game. He still hasn't forgotten that shit.
You guys didn't take him to the game with you?
No kids were allowed in the suite. We left his ass at home and went to the fucking Saints game. He still brings it up whenever he's not getting his way. He's like, hey, remember that football game when you went on my birthday and left me at home by myself?
That's pretty shitty, Charlie. That's pretty
Dick move!
Whoa. There we go. All right, so let's kick it off here. Scott, what are you vaping on over there? What you got?
First of all, let me just say yo to all the peeps watching. I am vaping on my brand new pinup edition brass SQ.
That's beautiful.
Right there, I got 007.
That's awesome. I saw that.
I like that pinup is such a sexy mod.
Super sexy. I'll tell you, strange thing about it though. I got the pinup in this chocolate brown also because I saw it on the table, and this is the first time they made a chocolate brown mod, and I love the color, so I needed it. This brass is so much heavier that you really start to feel it in your wrist after a couple of hours.
Yeah, that aluminum is so light.
And I am vaping on some Lemmy Pounder. It is a lemon pound cake.
That's the new stuff from Paradigm, right?
From ParadigmDistro.com.
Nice, man. Awesome.
New battery too. Awesome.
I've heard that so much the past week or so. Is man, I'm out of Lemmy Pounder. I got to get some more Lemmy Pounder. I haven't tried it, but all the guys are talking about it. A lot of the Nilla Killer guys have switched over to the Lemmy.
I gotta try it then.
It's
I'm still on the Nilla Killer. That's what I got in the RTA here.
I'll send you some, Scott.
That'd be awesome, man. Thank you. I'd love to try it.
Hey, Scott, can you turn your mic up? Everybody's saying you're too quiet.
I did. I turned it up. It was down. It was down because AJ, when I did AJ's show the other day, it was like his was so low, I had to turn mine down to like equal it out. I just turned it up.
I know no one was saying I'm too quiet.
I think I'm not going to be.
That's why the show was quiet. Zegans was going to be on here, so we had to level it out.
Probably. I can see that.
Let me make sure. Yeah, that should be good.
There we go.
Charlie, what are you vaping on down there, brother?
Oh, man, I've got some good stuff. I got some panels, the SQ panels at NVE.
The evil panels.
For the Orion. And the new drip tip with the new airflow. I've been vaping the snot out of it.
I got the FU panels on mine.
Yeah, Jennifer's heard every day since we left. Damn it, I should have bought those FU panels while they had them.
I only have one set of panels left, the steampunk ones.
Hold them for me.
Okay.
I'll get with you later. I'm vaping on my Spade with the Jenna, of course, my daily banger.
Charlie's Vegan says you don't like using rubbers. You have some STDs.
Hey, Mark, what's
No
up?
time for that.
Mark, how are you, man?
Vaping on the Pocket Rocket. No rubbers. Pocket Rocket kind of reminds me of Mark.
That thing is sexy as fuck. The Pocket Rocket, I love that. Now, are the doors interchangeable? Is that acrylic part? Does that like change out?
No.
Yes. The acrylic part changes out.
Does?
Yeah. They have sleeves in every color that
Brilliant.
they make grip tips in.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The button is magnetic. And the piece inside matches the sleeve on the outside, the piece on the button.
It's called the Pocket Rocket because the battery faces down, and if the battery vents, the bottom will fly off.
Right.
Really? So that
And
they made it for that purpose. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
And it also vibrates if you keister it. Which Charlie's been doing.
I was gonna say, has anybody keistered yet?
had to get it on the plane.
It's kind of.
It
Let me
started
tell you about when I
getting
flew back from
warm.
Colombia. Holy shit!
I had to break the rules. It started getting warm on the plane, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's firing!" I should have took the battery out. So I had to take off my seatbelt while the seatbelt sign was on. I thought I was going to get in trouble and stand
That's
up.
why you can't use that low build when you're keystering it.
And I'm rocking the billet box. I finally picked up a good RBA. So I've got the vape shell in it.
That billet box is fire.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Did you get that from Joe?
No, I've had it. I just didn't have an RBA for it. I've been rocking it with Aspire coils and not using it that much. But
Where'd you get the coil for it from, Joel?
no, he does have the billet box coils though. I ordered some yesterday. I built the one that's in here right now.
Because I know he got into that box and then put out a whole bunch of coils just for that box.
Yeah, so yep, that's right. He's got like 3 different coils, mouth to lung and direct lung for the billet box.
If you're an MTL vapor, that I think is probably the best on the market.
Yeah.
It's pricey though. I mean, you're spending $250 for the box. You gotta, if you want to get the rebuildable bridge, I think that's another $100.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely pricey, but it is an awesome
You
mod.
can't beat it. And it was designed and made by a guy who was just a vapor and a biker right here in America, still machined in America. They even machined their own cardboard boxes and laser etched the cardboard boxes.
That's kind of
Wow.
cool. I got one of the boxes from Matt Bennett. Did you see his setup?
No. No.
He got Heavy bought one of his boxes, that one with the Juma panels.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
saw
the
that.
BT box. Okay.
Holy shit. I bought one for Teresa, and it is
Yeah,
insane.
it's nice. I told Heavy not to get rid of that. I wanted it if he ever sold it.
It's like you don't even see the seams on this thing.
I know. I should have bought it.
I must say the button is a little light. So if you're putting it in like a vape bag or something, it's going to auto fire.
But it's got that lock inside.
But it's got that lock. So
Yeah.
if I was using it, I would have to be putting that lock on.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not, I like to just put my mod in my bag. I'm not like one that's taking the batteries out every 2 seconds.
Now I heard that Stan dropped a new mod when he was there. New mod.
Wow, is it awesome?
I heard.
It is awesome.
Do you guys both have it?
I don't have one yet because I don't know why, but they only brought 20 mods with them.
That's terrible.
They went in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They should have, if they brought 200 mods, they would have sold
They would
200.
have sold.
In 20 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. The machining is awesome. The price point, $80 retail.
Yep.
I don't know how you could possibly beat it.
It's
Is
got
that copper, Charlie, or that's copper, isn't it?
This one's copper.
That's gorgeous.
The prettiest one, and if you remember on the Dreamer, you could flip the mod either way, so that it fit in your hand, whether you liked the tall grip or the short grip.
Yeah.
this tube doesn't swap, so they actually designed it where you just rotate it in your hand and you'll have either grip that you liked from the Dreamer.
How cool
and
is that?
it does fit the Ardent.
Yeah, and it's got beauty rings on the top. It's a solid hybrid connection, and it's got these threaded beauty rings, so it fits 25, 27, or 28, I believe. It comes with 3 different size tops.
I'll be damned.
It's constant contact with a button way bigger than the Dreamer, and it's so smooth.
It just feels good in your hand.
It does.
You know, I'm
They
gonna
did this one like a rhodium finish.
Yeah, it's stainless steel, and they did this electroplating process, and it's like a piano black gunmetal or rhodium. It's gorgeous. I just didn't get it because it was stainless, but it's the prettiest one out of the bunch.
How long
I
till
was
they
playing with one this morning that Heavy got, and I messaged Stan. I'm like, bro, I need this mod immediately.
I
How
don't
long
know
until they have them on the website? Do you know?
I'm not sure. He told me he'll get me one by the end of the week.
Yeah, Stan's supposed to have them up. They were coming in sometime this week. He was going to have them up on his site, Lucid RDA. I don't know if I can put it on blast on YouTube, but there is a coupon code. So you guys hit me up if you're interested.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely have to get one. I love the Dreamer. I mean, it's pretty much in my rotation all the time.
If you like the Dreamer and you use a mech mod, you have to get this mod. It's called the Key.
Now, do you guys think that the price point on this mod, on a mech mod, another one, is going to be a huge hit? Do you think it's going to bring down the prices of the big dogs? When I say the big dogs, I'm talking like AV, Purge, any of those guys.
Nope.
It's such a different market, and it's such a niche market with those high-end tubes.
And those are made in America, and the U.S. price tag. You know, U.S. made comes with a price tag, and people are willing to spend the extra money to get a mod that's U.S. made. This is made in China, and it's a beautiful mod. It really is.
But what about the China mods that are at the $200 price point? Because there's a lot of those.
It's got to be something special.
It's got to be something special to me, too.
Because it's not just the American machining, but also the American materials that I'm paying for with a Made in America mod. And once you get into those Chinese materials, anyone involved in the steel business or in metals can tell you that they differ over there.
They use inferior metals over there for sure.
Yeah, they do. It's different percentages, right? No, I get it. I guess my thing about it is like the Keen and the Dreamer are going to start grabbing those other Chinese-made mods that they had been charging like $200, $220 for, and start bringing those back down into like the $150, $125 range. I mean, I reviewed one yesterday that had the Cerakote on. It's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but at $200, like, I mean, I don't see how it's twice as good as the Dreamer. I mean, or almost 3 times better than this Keen. That doesn't feel right to me, as far as price point goes.
In my opinion, the Dreamer's also bringing up that build quality point on a lot of the Chinese products, where they're having to strive higher to achieve that build quality.
Yeah.
If you look at the machining on that Pocket Rocket, mods, it doesn't get any better.
No, that's right.
It couldn't possibly be machined any better.
Yeah, I mean, and this wasn't an easy shape to machine. This wasn't a tube. This mod is actually triangle shaped. So
I love that.
The inside of the acrylic is like butter.
Yep.
Because I checked out the inside of the tube too, because I'm friendly with the owners. And when I saw Jeff, I said, bro, the machining is just off the charts. Because Jeff Murphy is one of the owners of Half Moon. He does all the machining. Pat Murphy does all the sales.
When Jeff showed it to me, I saw it before the show started, and I was like, take my money.
Yeah, right? I would have too. As soon as I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is that?
He was like, dude, these are all that we have. So if I sell any, you're not going to be able to pick them up till after the show Sunday anyway. I was like, I'm down. I'll take it. I don't care.
That's one of the cool things about when you're talking to Sheikh Farhan, the owner of SQ. This guy is a brilliant machinist and engineer. So we were talking about how we could make a stab wood door for the SQ, and I had an idea. As I'm explaining it to him, you could literally see the wheels turning in his head, trying to figure out exactly how he's going to get the CNC to do what I'm trying to.
Yeah. It's amazing. You can see that engineer and that fabrication in Shake's mind. Just walking around with him, he'll look at a new mod at the show, and the first thing he does is take the Switch apart to see how it works.
Damn.
And it's amazing. You can, like Scott said, you can see the wheels turning in his head.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's a sponge. He's freaking soaking it all up.
He literally spent the entire weekend rebuilding Orions.
Really?
Because anybody that came to the booth, he changed the panels and put the tip and button in.
I was the only sucker that did it myself, apparently.
It's easy to do. It's not difficult. I just changed the button to somebody here.
So what do you got? Okay, so obviously everybody was there, like Scott said. Was there anybody there that you guys met that you were starstruck by? That you're like, oh shit, they're so-and-so?
No, not really.
No? Not one person you were like, holy shit, I got to meet them?
There was a couple people I said I had to meet them. Like, I've spoken to Bogan a million times.
Yeah.
I never got to meet him.
Yeah.
It was nice to, actually meet him and, sit down. And we were sitting by the fire pit at night and bullshitting. So it was cool to see him.
I was the same way. Heavy was giving me a hard time because I was just going around taking selfies with everyone before I left Sunday. Anyone that I missed, I was just like, excuse me, I forgot this yesterday. I need a selfie.
I would have done that too.
Heavy and Tony B were actually talking Sunday right before my plane left. I was like, damn, I don't have a picture with Tony. So I just walked up, put my arms around them. They never stopped talking. I just smiled and someone took the picture for me.
Like how that picture where you walk by and you're like, hey, like in the background.
I don't think I have a picture with Tony either.
Yeah, I got starstruck. You know who Squid Dude is. I got starstruck by Squid Dude. I told you about the awkward meeting of Squid Dude. Like, he literally thinks I'm like, there's Tony B.
Oh, you got one?
Yes, and he signed the box for me.
That's fantastic.
Tony B. bobblehead. This is fucking awesome.
That is awesome, dude.
Turk was really cool. I never met him before.
Mike, yeah, I know Mike a little bit. He's a fantastic guy, man.
We went in Friday night helping some of the vendors and stuff with setup, and Twisted Messes and Turk and Dwayne were there at their booth setting up, and Jay Hayes was in there with a couple more of us. It was hilarious. So apparently Kent, I guess he read Jay's palm and told Jay he only had 5 days left to live. So Kent basically spent the weekend fucking with Jay Hayes about how he only had 5 days left. And you can see pictures of Jay where Kent's like photobombing him with the 5 thing behind him. It's hilarious.
Jay had a huge entourage.
Did he? A lot of people showed up.
Probably 50.
He may have had a bigger entourage walking around the show.
I'm assuming most of those people were his Patreons.
Yep. Yeah, and one guy I didn't get to talk to that I wanted to was Andy Jones from the UK.
Yeah.
I just didn't recognize him or didn't see him. And I wanted to talk to him, but I didn't get to.
Yeah. Andy seems like an awesome guy. There
was so many people there. It was just nonstop visiting from one person to the other.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wasn't there.
One guy I was actually starstruck by was Fagan.
By Mark Fagan?
Yeah. We went and ate dinner with them Thursday night, and I was just drooling a little bit. He's such a handsome guy.
He is a handsome guy. He absolutely
I was staring at him, and he was staring at my cheese fries, and we had a moment.
No, I think he had a moment with your cheese fries, bro. I think Mark likes a good cheese fry.
Hey, man. It's hard to turn down some good cheese fries. That's for goddamn sure. I saw a picture of them. They looked fantastic, Charlie.
They were amazing.
That's probably one of the things that I disliked the most about this weekend. I thought the food at Mohegan sucked.
Really?
Well, I heard you mention. Yeah, you mentioned how good the steakhouse was at Foxwoods. I didn't even bother with Michael Jordan's.
Michael Jordan's is like a 5 out of 10, and David Burke at Foxwoods is a 10 out of 10.
See, we ate. Ours was pretty good. The buffet wasn't. It was a good buffet. I'm not a big buffet guy anyway.
What, the Saturday night buffet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was okay.
It was It was a great breakfast buffet because they had the prime rib, same prime rib.
Yes.
On breakfast?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Really, and it was cheap as fuck.
Yeah,
that's
it was
awesome.
$10.
$10 for the breakfast buffet, and Like we ate at Bobby Flay's Burger Palace. We ended up going there 3 times because every time we would meet someone and say, "What do you want for dinner?" they would be like, "Something quick like burgers." And Bobby Flay's was the place for the burgers in there, so we ate there a bunch.
The place was good.
They have a sushi joint? No sushi or anything for you guys?
They had a sushi joint. I didn't go to that. They had an Italian restaurant. We probably should have gone to the it's called Tuscany by Todd English, who's a very famous chef.
Yeah.
We probably should have gone there instead of Michael Jordan.
And Tuscany was beautiful. There's this huge waterfall in the middle of Mohegan Sun, and Tuscany is tucked underneath it.
The hotel is beautiful, but the service at the hotel, just okay.
You know, I lived up there by Mohegan. Well, I was in Jersey, but we never went up there. But I heard the same thing. I heard it's not that great.
I had the best looking breakfast you ever saw in your entire life. It looked amazing. It was the biggest portion of chicken and waffles you ever saw.
I love chicken and waffles.
Oh, was it from Gino's?
No, from the Hash House.
Okay.
And the plate was beautiful. It had so many different flavors on it that it sucked.
Oh,
I go up to Harlem and go to Amy Ruth's for chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Nothing's beating that shit.
Yep. That's exactly right. I'm that way too.
Trace is in the chat there, Scott. Good.
So Stephen Garlington, he said he got starstruck meeting me. So shout out to Stephen Garlington. He drove 26 hours to get there and 26 hours to get home.
Yeah. I gave him some stuff to listen to. I talked to him, was chatting with him a little bit when he was on the road.
And then he got there and we kept him awake all night. Like he probably slept 4 hours the whole weekend and then drove 26 hours home.
Dude, I would have needed a nap at like noon. That's why I can't do these things. Like I would have needed a nap, like 3 naps during the entire thing. I've been worn out.
A couple of naps myself.
The best thing we did was go a day early, me and Jennifer. So we just chilled out and rested on Thursday. Kind
of got your bearings.
Yeah.
And then have a conversation with anybody that you didn't know. Like I had at least 10 conversations and didn't realize who I was talking to until after they left.
Absolutely. I don't want to call out too many names.
They didn't introduce themselves properly.
I had a little bit of a beef. Tommy Vapors came up to me and was like, "Hey, Charlie." And I was surprised how many people recognized me. But he was like, "Hey, Charlie," shook my hand. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "No, not really." "Oh, you're Tommy Vapors. I hear your voice." He was like, "I can't believe you didn't know who this was."
I'm like, good at playing it off, but it happened several times.
Yeah.
One time I thought I was talking to this reviewer that I speak to occasionally. I had like a 20-minute conversation with him and then realized the next day I wasn't talking to the reviewer because he was right in front of me.
What, him?
Dude.
No, the second day it was him. Gabe Light Designs. But the first day, I don't know who the fuck I was talking to.
We went out Friday night, and after it struck midnight, Heavy was like, it was me, Heavy, Stephen Garlington, Johnny Drips, Mike and ST, and Scott were with us for a little while.
That had so much fun.
Joe and his girlfriend, who was pregnant and walked the whole weekend without complaining.
She's an angel.
Yeah, Gary. I said, Steven, we're all out. And Heavy's like, dude, it's after midnight. It's St. Patrick's Day. We got to all drink a Guinness together. So we're like, all right, St. Patty's Day. We're all high-fiving and shit, drinking Guinness. And then Sunday, someone's like, happy St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, wait, we already celebrated St. Patrick's Day. We celebrated on the wrong fucking day. Like we were the only assholes at the bar telling everyone around us happy St. Patrick's Day.
Everybody just let them go. Just let them go. That's fine. I get a little bit, I don't know if you guys do this, but that like situations like that where there's so many people can be overwhelming to me.
Oh, very.
And that's why I used to use alcohol a lot. Like I would just start drinking and then I'd be good. You know what I mean? But like I would have to take breaks. Like I wouldn't be able to just stay in that environment forever. Like I'd have to get up and like
I only had like 2 drinks the entire weekend.
Really?
on Friday night.
You're working though the whole time,
I
right?
was there to work. So
Yeah.
I went up to the room at like midnight because I had to work the next day.
Yeah.
Heavy was out partying until like 2, 3 in the morning. But I'm like, nah, I gotta work.
And I know, like with us, we wanted to be at the expo all day and talk to people, and a lot of people drink during the day, but I just can't day drink and do all that walking and trying stuff and looking at hardware. It
was a lot of walking.
Yeah, I heard that place is giant.
Even to get the elevator to the convention center was far, and we were in the tower right over the convention center.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was still a hike. Like, I needed one of those electric scooters with the little basket to put all my shit in.
Tommy Vapors just posted in chat, Tommy has no beef with Charlie.
Tommy's my man.
Yeah. So he said to tell you what's up. I told you that already. But.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see Gary sported a BlackCat Whiteface shirt.
Yes, he did.
I saw that. Very nice representing.
Yeah, absolutely did.
That's probably must have been the only thing I had clean.
I wore mine out Thursday night, and there was
nobody has a fucking clue.
Nobody there, and nobody was there. Like none of the vapors were there yet or anything. They all came in on Friday, so I represented. Just no one was there to see it.
You know what, man? I felt it in the heart. I felt it in the heart that you did that for me, Charlie. I really did.
What was your #1 highlight of the weekend, Charlie?
It would be the people talking to everybody, having that many reviewers and people that I've known for years. Because I've been vaping since 2012, 13, and went to expos back in 14, 15 a lot. So seeing all those people that I haven't seen in a few years was definitely my favorite part. I mean, the whole weekend it's hard to pull one event because the whole weekend was so good. Like from the time we woke up until we went to bed 18 hours later, it was nonstop.
Yeah, it was nonstop.
That's awesome.
From the second you woke up until the second you went to sleep, it was nonstop. But I have one highlight.
What's your one?
Specific highlight.
What's your one highlight?
My biggest thing this weekend that was the best part of my show was getting to meet Johnny Dribble's son, Little JW.
Oh, yeah.
Little Johnny.
Johnny came up with his wife and his sister-in-law, and I think he brought the baby so we could all meet the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And God, that kid is too fucking cute.
That's awesome.
What a happy little baby. And I got to talk to him in my Dewberry voice. I have this character. It's the baby's manservant. And I send Johnny with this little emoji face these messages that he plays for the baby. And it talks in a voice like this. Hello, little JW. So I was talking to the baby in the voice, but he didn't see the face that he normally sees. And he was quite bewildered.
I was looking forward to meeting Little Dribbles. We had an appointment, but we thought we were going to meet Little Dribbles, but Johnny was with a bunch of us, and it was past their bedtime. I think Teresa and the baby were snoozing, so he ended up taking them food. They didn't come downstairs, but I didn't miss Little Dribbles, but we're going to get together again sometime soon.
Hopefully Johnny's bringing them down to Mobile this summer.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
That's freaking awesome.
There you go.
But that was definitely the highlight of my weekend.
Hell yeah.
And so I'm sure everybody's heard now, but Fagan got a little special treatment on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
He had an adult toy stuck to his head.
Adult toy? What kind of toy did he have stuck to his head, Charlie? Can you explain?
It was a purple suction cup dongo. And so in order to prepare for the event, they had to
Did you call it a dongo?
Yeah. I don't know what all we can say on your show.
You can say whatever you want. You can call it whatever you want.
It was a big fat rubber dick.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
So we have this. It was a purple suction cup dildo, and it was called the D thing. That was like
that was the name of it, the D thing.
Yeah, and I think thing was spelled with an A.
That's fantastic.
I don't know, but the box was in my room, and it went out in the garbage, so I could just imagine what the maid thought.
Yeah.
So, and that's another story. But so I had to get it there. They had to ship it to me at the hotel because I flew in early. So they shipped it to me.
So wait a minute. You had to have it shipped. Was it because it came from somebody else, or did you just ship it before you left?
It came from the D-Thing store.
The D-Thang store.
Yeah.
I see.
So we actually have a fellow vapor that's in that industry, and he provided advice on what would perform best in that situation with Fagan's bald head. And
he consulted?
Yeah. So he sent it to me. So,
incredible that he knew which would be best on Fagan's bald head.
Yeah, he's an expert, I'm telling you, dude. So they're searching bags to go into the show. So when we decided we're going to do it, I have to go into the hotel, go back up to my room to go get it. So I had to put it in my backpack and bring it to the security people to let them look at it. And they're like looking in the bag, looking at me, looking back in the bag. So I just had to act like, of course I have a purple suction cup dildo, doesn't everyone?
Yeah. What happens in Mohegan stays in Mohegan.
Yeah. So then they let me through with it. But I didn't know if Mark would want the box because he kept it as a souvenir. And we left
trouble at TSA on the way home.
Yeah, a little bit. He kind of got a pass though because they didn't want to touch it. So once they realized what it was, they were like, "You can come through."
Did anybody take odds that was not the first dick that's been up against Mark's head?
Jennifer,
probably true.
Jennifer was like thought it was going to cause a big problem, and we were actually debating using construction adhesive to make sure it stuck.
Right, that would have never come off.
Right before he got on the airplane, so he would have to fly home with it. But we didn't want to do it to Angela.
And I don't know if you guys know, but Batman is probably one of the largest human beings on the planet.
Yeah,
Batman.
Batman's got to be like 6'7". His hands, if I make a fist, he could totally cover my hand.
He's all muscle, dude.
So Batman got Mark in a headlock, and when he dropped down, Heavy shoved a dildo on Mark's head.
And it stuck perfectly. It was like
right
a movie.
On the forehead. Yeah. So he immediately takes it off and smells it.
See, it had been used.
Smelled it, yeah.
Very bright. He wanted to make sure it hadn't been used yet.
So that was, and then the funny part is, I thought since he kept it as a souvenir, he might want the box. So we had to check out of the hotel early and then go to the show before we left. So I put my bags in Heavy's room, and I was like, I'll leave the box. I'll tell Brittany I left the box there in case Mark wants it. Well, I forgot to tell her I left the D-Thing box in. So I'm sure that Scott and Teresa walked in and were like, what the hell is this D-Thing dildo box doing? And,
yeah, I literally saw the box and I was like, wow, they must be having a good time while we're not here. Because I figured it was from Heavy and Brittany.
So I told Brittany the next day, I was like, oh shit, I forgot to tell you, I left the D-Thing box in your room in case Mark wanted it. She was like, I know, Scott found it.
Yeah, and then the maid got it.
Yeah. So it was cool. I got to meet Brian and Amy Relish. I had never met them. Same with Heavy and Brittany. If I'd seen Heavy at a convention, I don't remember. So I met them. First time meeting Scott in person. Talked to him through Heavy Zoom and stuff.
So who was all working the show? So Scott, you were working it. Heavy wasn't. Was Brian and Amy working?
Heavy was working.
Heavy was working the Pillar of Clouds booth.
Okay.
And
Brian was sort of in the Dovpo booth, but not really working it.
Mark was working in his booth, right?
Omir. Yeah.
Omir with the new bulk RTA coming out.
And by the way, I vaped on the bulk RTA.
Yeah.
And that airflow is freaking amazing. I'm not sure how it'll be to build on, but I'll pre-order one. It was that good.
I am too.
I didn't try that, but I did try the Unity, the Profile Unity.
Yeah.
And the flavor on that thing is insane.
That's
on the can you? I don't know what all you can say about the bulk, but is it dual or single? Are you allowed to say that?
It's dual.
It's dual coil.
So you can't say what it is. Okay.
It either way, but you can set it up as dual.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw the size of the barrel, and it looked like it's big enough for a dual.
It's got a nice size chamber in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how they did the airflow. I didn't take it apart, but it's freaking smooth.
I didn't even see it at the show, to tell you the truth.
I'm a GT4 guy, and I basically quit buying Chinese RTAs after I got the GT4 and fell in love with it. And the bulk changed my mind. I'll order one without a doubt.
I mean, I think it's good to have a single and a dual, right? Like, I mean, the GT4 is your single coil RTA.
Right.
At least it's mine. It has been since I've got it. But it's nice to have a dual. The dog was a great RTA, dual coil.
I didn't pick up the dog.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Trying to keep up with
I'm so jealous, man. It sounds like you guys had an absolutely fantastic
time. The best thing, honestly, the best thing about the whole expo, the expo itself, was the advocacy panel.
So talk about that. What happened with the advocacy panel?
It was freaking amazing and unreal with the panel that they had and the way it went.
Rod and Vape Radio always host all the conventions.
Yeah.
Rod was up there and he opened up the panel and introduced everybody. Everyone went nuts when Matt Elliott was talking.
Yeah, and it was amazing. I like Matt Elliott. I've followed him. We talk back and forth on Facebook. He's a stand-up dude. But I was watching him because we were standing next to him before he went up on the advocacy panel, and he was so nervous.
Who was?
Matt Elliott.
He was nervous?
Yeah, getting ready to go speak. I could tell him.
He hadn't spoken on a panel before.
Yeah, and then he stands up there, and it's just like all of a sudden he was a vape preacher with the Holy Spirit going through him or something. He just took off and gave the most amazing speech.
You know, a while ago, when I still lived up in New York, me, Matt, and a bunch of other people, we went and spoke in front of one of the townships, the governing body of the township, because they were looking to pass some crazy vape laws.
Yeah.
And that's when I really found out that you really need a lobbyist.
Yeah.
I watched myself talking, and I was a constituent of these people. I lived in that township. I sounded like a fucking asshole. Asshole. I was like, yeah, we need to spend that $75,000 to $100,000 a year to get a lobbyist.
Yeah.
Because if we keep going up, nothing's gonna happen.
That's right. And that's what happens sometimes. But I thought Matt did a bang up job. And a lot of people have seen him over on the angry side, but he's truly a positive motivator when it comes to advocacy.
His approach has changed over the years.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Much more calm and more professional over the years.
And he knows his shit when he starts talking.
He's passionate about that shit.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks, Matt's just a regular fucking guy. He doesn't get paid for any of that shit. He's advocacy 24/7.
Yeah.
Dime.
And that's right. He gives up so much personal time on the New York stuff, just what they did with the Suffolk County stuff, and then in New York City. Matt's paying for all that out of his pocket.
How he didn't flip out when that mother was screaming at him
with a megaphone
and no facts to anything she was saying.
When was this?
This wasn't. That he didn't lose his shit.
This wasn't at MVE.
No, this was they were trying to pass some kind of flavor ban on Long Island. And Matt went to represent. And there was literally like 5 mothers of school kids bitching and complaining with no real facts. And one of them had a bullhorn. And she was 2 feet from Matt's face, screaming at him through the bullhorn.
About how vaping was going to kill their children and turn them into heroin addicts. And
right. But cigarettes are okay.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Take vaping away and give your kids a pack of Marlboro.
Right. They call them the megaphone moms, and it's like the PTA. It was the PTA. They had a pediatrician with them that was talking to the media.
The original intention of that was the, MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. And it obviously worked really, really well because it got a lot of laws changed, and it's obviously helped with drinking and driving deaths. But I mean, it's almost like cliche of itself now with that type of stuff where you have, some soccer mom screaming at somebody or soccer dad screaming at somebody on a megaphone. That's just off. That's just, you're not getting anything done that way.
So, it's just ridiculous. But Matt has showed himself time and time again that he's he's the kind of person we need talking at times, in my opinion. But we had David Gorowitz, the Winston man.
Yeah, David. I know David.
Did 1 Billion Lives.
David's a great dude.
The guy from Sfada. We had Julie from Casa. And the girl.
Robin Barsky up there too.
Yeah, Robin. Yeah, she was great. And then a guy named Dr. Siegel, who was from a university. Was it Boston University?
I think he's from BU.
His email address was BU, but he gave a speech on the medical facts of vaping and why it was such an important tool to public health. And it's really an incredible speech. You need to go find it. A lot of people streamed it live on Facebook, but he wrapped it up. And the doctor actually did a move that I've used in court before. He said, basically, he had a petition with a list of people who had died from vaping and a list of people who had gotten cancer from vaping. And then he held it up and it was a blank piece of paper. And it got everyone's attention. But he was just a great speaker.
That's fantastic. You know, they had a big vaping thing on the news here locally yesterday, where in a middle school somebody had brought a vaping device in. Apparently, it was full of THC, and it was like, you know, they're trying to make, you know, vaping is dangerous. It's full of THC. They had to send apparently one of the teachers inhaled the vape, and they sent them to the hospital and like all this shit. And it's like oh my god, like the hysteria that it causes with this whole like. Just unbelievable, like the hysteria people go through nowadays with it. Scary.
There was a senator last week, and she was speaking at with a whole bunch of other senators, some legislative thing. And she said that when she was a school teacher, she had a student that vaped and got instant popcorn lung.
Instant.
Wow. And she was in a coma, and now she's back to good health.
Thank God. Because popcorn lung is irreversible, correct?
I don't fucking know. There's one case of popcorn lung in history. And
there's 850. There's 850 times more diacetyl in cigarettes than there is in vapor, and no one's ever gotten popcorn lung from smoking.
And no one uses diacetyl in their juice anymore.
Right.
It's gone from the industry.
But people will spout off shit like that just knowing that it's horse shit. I mean, the instant popcorn like pisses me off, but look at the Center for Tobacco Free Kids and the other agency funded by the FDA that makes a commercial about vaping gives you worms.
Yeah.
Like, how can you put this shit on TV?
Yeah. They still talk about popcorn lung, in the National Lung Association still has popcorn lung on their website about vaping.
Oh, yeah. Basically, they use it in every news article against us.
I personally rather take Chantrix and have suicidal thoughts, anal leakage, and deadly skin disease.
Anal leakage is fantastic.
I mean, that's only a few of the long list of possible side effects from Chantix.
Anal leakage. Anal leakage. Anal leakage can ruin your day, Scott.
Yes.
And someone from the
vaping does not cause anal leakage.
That should be our slogan. We should have a flag.
Yeah, the chicken nuggets gave some disaster pants at the concession stand.
I heard that it was caused by terrible chicken nuggets.
Yeah. So
chicken nuggets might cause anal leakage, but vaping doesn't.
And someone from the FDA just checked off that shit. Probably the same person who thought Oxycontin was a good idea because it wasn't addictive.
Yeah, probably. That's good for you.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, and I always seeing things that come across like that, and especially with medications and things like that, how they get pushed through with all these different side effects and all the shit, and then for them to go after something that is actually helping people, saving people's lives. For money, it's fucking pretty sinister, honestly.
If they can't find a problem with science, then they'll just make some shit up.
Yeah, that's the best way to. That's the best thing to do is make stuff up.
Make shit up.
Yeah,
and nobody checks it. They just take it as fact.
Yeah, and then argue with you about it.
I see in the chat, little Jeffy Lawson's in the chat.
Yeah, Jeff.
Horror stories about Chantix.
Man, Jeff Lawson, he just won something.
Yeah, he won 2 SQs yesterday.
That's what I thought.
2 SQs?
2 in a row.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Saw it with my own eyes on the internet.
On the internets?
Yep.
On the interwebs.
Gonna say I got a what do I have up? I got the El Thunder. The El Thunder up this week.
Is that mech mod?
The mech mod. I reviewed it yesterday.
Those are nice.
Scott, it might be the best review you've ever seen. You should probably watch it.
I definitely will watch it.
I watched it, and I was just thinking that you should probably just review the damn manual, and then you wouldn't have all those problems.
So I'll give you a little update on that. So I got a message from El Thunder Mods after I reviewed it, which, hey man, thank you for watching, and God bless you. They made a fantastic product. I love it. But they told me, they're like, if you would have read the manual, it'll tell you. I was like, oh, the manual. The fuck is the manual? There's a manual on there?
I don't read instructions.
Fuck that. Instructions.
Oops.
Real men don't read instructions.
Yeah, instructions. Fuck. Sorry. I have a penis. I don't read instructions.
Exactly. You can't figure out a mech mod by now. You shouldn't be using that mech mod.
I put a battery in. I hit the button. What else is there to know?
That's exactly right.
Duh.
Man, this pocket rocket, it's an amazing vape. Aluminum is actually more conductive than brass.
Yeah.
It's made from good aluminum, and it hits hard. It's a nice vape.
It is a nice mod. Without a shadow of a doubt.
All right, Charlie. So we got 12 minutes left. Do you want to throw in a little news story in here before we get out of here?
Yeah, it's not as crazy of a news story as I usually have, but I think it may be an important tool for a lot of our viewers.
That's good.
So I don't know if you've heard, but they actually have a first-person view kind of heads-up display penis cam that you can buy now for your sexual exploits.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. So you can like put it on and wear it, and then have that up-close footage.
Where it goes around the base of your penis?
Yep. Yeah. So it's like a GoPro for sex. It's like a Go Have Sex Pro.
The penis
Go
pro.
Sex.
Yeah, a penis pro. There you go. And it's only $160.
Wow.
So apparently the adult industry isn't using it yet, because I consulted an expert on that.
Is that the dildo expert?
Nope, different guy.
You know a lot of porn experts.
Yeah,
Wow. Charlie knows a lot.
And he was like, I can't find anything that's first-person view or shot from a penis cam. So apparently it's brand new technology.
Is it waterproof?
Wireless and waterproof.
There you go.
Anybody who's watching in this chat, if you have sex toy questions, hit Charlie up.
No, that's not true.
Authority on sex toys. You must have some motherfucking drawer in your house.
That's not true.
No, he keeps them out. He keeps them out on the shelf.
Please don't send me the weird questions. If you have really strange questions about sex, make sure you find Yo 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 on Facebook.
Yeah, US Vape Productions on Instagram.
Yeah. It's a great forum, and someone there will be able to answer your question. Especially if it involves leaking or discharge. Zegans wants to know about it.
Yes, definitely. I must know.
So it sounds like I have a few mods I need to pick up things. I'm pretty sure I got to get the Pocket Rocket. I'm going to have to get it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to have to get the Keen.
Get a Keen.
The Keen. I'm going to have to get the Keen for sure. I'm watching his site. I wonder if I should message him. I don't think he would. I don't think he'd know who I. Well, he may know who I am. He probably does. Maybe I should message him and see if he can. If I can get one early, pay for it, and get it early.
He doesn't have any, but he can at least tell you when he's going to have them, or let you go ahead and pay for it for when he does get it. Something that I did learn though.
Can I have him send the bill to you, Charlie? Can I just be like, can you send the bill to Charlie? Let me give you this address.
Sure, it won't get paid. But send it. So, a lot of the accessories, like the buttons for the Dreamer mods and stuff, were things that Times Vape didn't think would sell. Same with the stack sections. And Stan basically has to buy enough for him to make a production run. They make just enough for what he buys for his site.
Really?
So, yeah, you guys make sure you let Times Vape know if you're using things like the aftermarket buttons, or if you want a stack section, because they just didn't know there was a market there for that stuff. I was talking to the guy from Times Vape and Stand together Saturday morning before things got crazy.
Yeah, everybody, the stack sections on the Dreamer is a huge seller, man.
Yeah, they just didn't know it would. Times Vape didn't think it would be a big seller.
Wow.
Didn't make a lot of them because of that. Stan really had to kind of twist their arm.
They also didn't make them in all the colors, if I remember correctly.
Right, like they didn't make a white stack section.
You have to like put a copper or a brass on your
on the white one
color bottom.
So, and you're really gonna have to pick up an SQ eventually, Scott.
Yeah, I know.
There's a reason that it was Squonk Mod of the Year.
Yeah, I know. I need to. It's such a big investment.
I screwed up and traded mine, and I'm already missing it after I saw all the accessory panels that they had at NVE. They had every color panel you could imagine.
I saw that.
Different engravings. So I'm going to end up buying another one.
Yeah, if I was going to get one, I get the 21700.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And I heard it hits fantastic.
They even had Grim Green. They made an 18650 Grim Green mod.
Saw that.
And they had him sign them all.
Really?
So there's maybe 10 left and they're all signed now.
Oh, that's cool.
What's the price tag on that?
Sign them.
I think 180.
180?
Yeah.
Signed? Wow. That's pretty awesome.
And they're just good people. After meeting them and talking with them as much as I did this weekend, especially, they're really good dudes that are doing a family business, a small business, and are really good at machining and have designed some really incredible products.
Yeah.
It's not really a small business. It's just vaping's only 10% of their business.
What's the price on the 21700?
They have a huge machine shop. They start at about 225 and they go up.
Okay, so about 50 more than the 18650. It's not.
It depends what model you want.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely am going to get one eventually. It's one of those mods that it's never going to go out of style. So it's like I'll pick one up eventually, maybe in trade or something, or I'll just get a hair in my ass one day and buy it.
They hit like a beast.
Yeah.
If the vape apocalypse happened, that's what I would want. Would be just a stack of SQs. Because
I have on the shelf above me, there's at least 35, 40 different setups, and I use them, but SQ always in my hand.
Yeah. I've been really good about not buying anything, though. Really good about not buying anything.
Little Squonk and an RDA. I didn't buy anything at NVU.
I haven't bought Scotty. I haven't bought anything since I want to say since December. I bought the last day in December. I bought the topside dual. That's the last thing I bought.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been really good. So I need to buy. I'm trying to. I know what I want. I want a AV Bane. That's what I want. But I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
Matt box.
That's gorgeous, man.
Solid silver contacts, from what I hear.
What is that one?
This is. It's made by Matt Bennett. What's it called? GT.
It's called the BT box.
BT box.
It's got a square squonk in there.
Yes, it's got a square squonk bottle, which is very easy to fill. Easier than the round bottles.
Wow.
21700.
It's got a locking feature on the inside, so you can turn the switch off so it won't fire.
Right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's this little black switch.
Yeah, I see it.
You can flip to lock the button.
Wow.
But the Modders Gallery, it was huge and took up so much floor space, and I thought I was going to have to make a few more trips to the ATM.
It was empty, the Modders Gallery.
Yeah, I kept waiting for more stuff to come, and I held off buying a few things that I regret now.
It's like a lot of the big mod companies had booths outside the Modders Gallery, like Purge and SQ, and Half Moon wasn't in there.
The hardware outside the Modders Gallery was better than a lot of stuff inside. Now that Ruby Roo was there with the Monarchs, which are even better in person than they look on the internet.
Really? Did you pick one up?
No, the color that I wanted was one of the first ones that they sold. And I was actually waiting on Jennifer to come downstairs before I dropped that much money on a mod. And I was like, if it's still there when we come back, I'll get it. And it's sold. So I said, nah, that's a sign. I'll hold off. But I would have bought one in a heartbeat if they had a color that I wanted.
And what's the name of that mod? You said it was not the Monarch. Oh, that's the okay.
Yeah, the Aspen Mod Co. Monarch.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's a dual 2700 parallel. It's stab wood. It's got a bunch of materials out of Colorado. It's handmade in Josh and Ruby's kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have such a cramp in my leg.
We're almost done, dude. We wore you out.
No.
Just relax in the hot tub, man. Let the jet hit it.
I know, right?
Let the jet just take the cramp away. Poor guy.
So did any of y'all come home sick, Scott?
Nope. I heard Stan.
Yeah, a lot of people came home with the flu and the vape SARS, and we were with Stan the whole weekend. I was a little worried when I heard he was sick. Him and his wife were amazing. But
I got sick as a dog in OKC. I mean, like,
Yeah.
the most brutal flu you could possibly have.
Yeah, I'm glad we escaped this one.
I actually brought hand sanitizer with me this time,
Yeah, we did too.
and I used it a lot.
All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, we're winding down. Scott's got a cramp, so we better go before he falls over there. Charlie, you got anything to say before we take off here?
I'm cramping.
No, thank you guys for coming out. We've got some exciting new guests. Thank you, Zegans, for coming on the show.
Brother.
Make sure y'all check out Scott's Facebook page, Yo. And
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Scott Zegans, Yo. It's got it doesn't have all. It's got the first 5 vape radio shows on it.
But
it's so fucking long to upload. I haven't been doing it.
which podcast has Sylvia?
That's number 2. Show number 2.
You got to go find number 2 on Scott's podcast with Sylvia Vapes.
Yes,
it's
Sylvia.
amazing. It's one of the best podcasts that's ever been made. So
Sylvia's an ornery cuss.
3 weeks of shows now, so they'll be up there eventually.
So take it away, Zegans. Tell them where to find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Scott Zegans, Yo. On Facebook at Yo Vape Life, and on Instagram at US_Vape Promotions.
Excellent, man. Well, hey, Scott, thanks so much for coming on, dude. Really appreciate it, man. Huge fan of yours. You're always welcome back. You know that.
Anytime.
All right.
I'm a huge fan of yours.
You're a huge fan of me?
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty awesome, right?
You're like the game show host of Vape.
I am. I am like the game show. I'm like Pat Sajak.
Yes.
I need a Vanna White is what I
game
need.
show host.
I'm fucking.
You got to have Andy Oken on one day because he's got that radio voice.
Oh.
That would be pretty sick.
That would be hot.
Game show thing and him doing the radio thing.
I could do that. I would like to have a game show. I would like to turn the show into a game show completely. I just need some ideas. That's the thing, is I have no fucking ideas, Scott. I'm a dumb fuck. That's a problem. That's a problem. Thanks, everybody, for tuning out for the Vape Hot Tub tomorrow on the Vape at 5. You're not going to believe what we got going on tomorrow. You guys aren't going to believe it. Let me tell you. Hold on to your horses here. Grab onto them. We have a giveaway. Tomorrow's Rigged Friday. We're giving away 4 sets of coils from Mr. AJ Holland, plus $25 gift.
Good coils, that
dude. They're fucking banging. His coils are banging.
I forgot one thing. My show on Vape Radio is Saturday mornings, 11:30 a.m. Central, and the replay is 7 o'clock Central on Sunday.
7 o'clock at night, right?
Yes.
7 o'clock at night Central Time. All right, so we got tomorrow, Rigged Friday. Make sure you turn in for that. Go to AJ's page. The link is below. Repost with the hashtag BlackCatFam for a chance to win. You never know what else is going to get given away tomorrow. It could be all kinds of stuff. You never know. Plus, we're going to do vape mail. I'll tell some jokes. It'll be a great time. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today on the Vape Hot Tub. We will see you tomorrow on the Vape at 5. Bye.
Yo.
I love you. Thank you. See you soon.